Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Angry Video Game Tranny. I'm a tranny and I get angry at video games. Now, some of you might be wondering that as a transsexual, my hobbies are a little, well, you know, masculine. And you know, maybe there's a point to that. You know, I didn't really have a lot of feminine hobbies growing up. I wasn't really allowed to. You know, maybe not explicitly, maybe my parents didn't forbid me from doing it, but all the social stigma surrounding a boy, as I thought I was at the time, enjoying things like, I don't know, Barbie dolls or My Little Pony. Naturally, I just didn't really engage with that stuff much growing up, and you know, sometimes I kind of wish I was allowed to, and sometimes I wish my hobbies or my appearance or just the way I present myself is just a little more feminine. If only there was a way to see what I could have been like if I was just, I don't know, raised a little more femininely, or at least just knew I was trans just a little younger. That's where I come in! What the? Who the fuck are you? And why do people keep breaking into my fucking room like this? I'm glad you asked, because I am the evil video game tranny. I am everything you're not, and way more. The evil video game tranny? Seriously? Why are you even called that? You don't look fucking evil at all. What kind of fucking evil doppelganger dresses like that? Oh, and you're dressed like the good guy? Touché. So, anyways, how did you, like, get here? Are you a clone? Are you from another dimension? Like, what's the story here? I was born from your desire to be more feminine. Duh. Huh. You know, somehow that was not what I had in mind when I said that. Yeah, I'm sure when you wished that, you meant you'd wished you'd look more like me, and not some fat emo bitch. Like, seriously, why even transition if you're not even gonna try to dress like a girl? What the fuck? That's just uncalled for. I'm just being honest. Anyways, you were saying some shit about how, like, liking video games is, like, so not girly or whatever. And, like, I'm just here to tell you, you're, like, totally, like, wrong. See, I even have a game for girls right here. Oop. What the? Mary, Kate, and Ashley Crush Course for the Game Boy Color. No! Oh boy, of all the things I expected to talk about on this show, the fucking Olsen twins were not on that list. Yeah, remember Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen? They practically had a media empire in the 90s, and even a bit into the early 2000s. They had a whole slew of direct-to-video and TV movies, and of course, they had video games, so they could try to tap into that games for girls niche. The game we're going to be playing today, Crush Course, was also released on the PS1, but I don't own that one, so we're only going to do the Game Boy Color version. Real games for real girls. Oh, come on, that's just low-hanging fruit. Man, just look at this game's title screen. They really tried to cram these pictures onto a Game Boy cartridge. Between this and Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown, I honestly can't tell which game looks worse. When you actually try to start playing the game, you're greeted with what's honestly one of the strangest looking character select screens I've seen. You're picking from what I assume is different variations of the titular Mary Kate and Ashley. I don't know why both girls have to be on here 3 times each, it's fucking weird. I thought I could just start the game from here, but no, turns out you either need to log in a new player or add in a CPU player. Yeah, that's right. Mary Kate and Ashley Crush Course for the Game Boy Color is primarily a multiplayer game. Now, sure, you can play against a CPU, but there's also not really any link cable functionality between the games, so if you want to play the game with another person, you just have to pass the game back and forth. My question is, who the fuck would want to play this game? Ooh, me. I want to play. Oh, okay. Here. Oh my gosh, like, you have no idea how much I, like, love this game. I've heard of playing with yourself, but this is just ridiculous. From there, you can choose 3 levels, or I
think they're levels anyways. School, the park, and the mall, except you can't actually pick the mall because it needs to be unlocked. How do you do that? I have no fucking idea. When you actually start the game, it's like a board game, kind of like Mario Party. You roll a die, and you land on a certain space to play a mini-game. You land on these other spots to do other things, you know the drill. Interestingly enough, this would be years before Nintendo would even try to do Mario Party on a handheld, but after playing this game, I can sure see fucking why. I'd say something about the minigames, but honestly, the first time I tried playing on this, I kept getting these blank spaces that just said, safe. Yeah, safe from playing these shitty fucking minigames. But it really goes to show how much of this board you can go through without actually doing fucking anything. Even when you actually do play the minigames, there's so few of them too. There's maybe like 4 or 5 maximum, and that's depending on if you count the Crush minigame as an actual minigame.
Oh my gosh, the minigames in this are so much fun. Isn't that right?
One of these minigames has you racing through a tire maze in a gymnasium on the loudest fucking scooter of all time. I'm sorry, did I say race? That implies you're actually doing this against another person. Speaking of that, actually, none of these minigames are multiplayer, which makes sense given there's no link cable connectivity. That'd be one thing if these minigames were actually fun, but that's the thing, they're not. They're boring as shit. Nothing exemplifies this better than this one minigame, where you're running through the school halls. Imagine trying to get to class through these halls. You're gonna be 10 minutes late to your class because you couldn't jump over these fucking platforms or even figure out where the fuck to go. Oh yeah, that's a really fucking pleasant noise. This one minigame called Sale Target says, move your cursor all over the really cool items you want to buy. Yeah, all these cool items like roller skates, CDs, jeans, a banana, a piece of cheese.
I have, like, no idea what she's talking about when she says this game's, like, bad or whatever, because it's, like, my favorite game, and I love playing it while listening to Britney Spears and doing my nails.
Then there's this Crush minigame I mentioned earlier, but calling it a minigame feels like an insult to minigames. All you're doing is you're just guessing which one of these boys has a crush on you.
Oh my gosh, there's so many cute boys in this. Which one's your favorite?
I don't know what the fuck is going on with Dan's jaw, but I sure hope he doesn't turn out to be trans, because man, he's gonna need some serious FFS. There's 2 minigames with the same top-down view, where you're in the exact same classroom. I don't even know if you can count these as 2 separate minigames. The only real difference is that you're either escaping the classroom, or you're just trying to find a bunch of shit.
This game sucks. Sucks a tranny's dick. You, like, real transsexuals, don't reference parts of their body that make them dysphoric. That's my catchphrase! I can't not say it! Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't somebody say she wanted to be more feminine? I guess you're fucking right.
I could talk more about the other board, which is the park, but what is there to say there? All the minigames there are just fucking identical to the school board. They're just reskinned to be more outdoorsy themed, I guess. Which board you pick doesn't make any difference beyond that. There's the mall board, but like I said, I have no fucking idea how to unlock that, and I don't really fucking want to if it means I have to play this piece of shit fucking game any longer. I bet all the minigames there are just reskinned too. There are these spaces around both boards that have these locks on them. I thought you had to land on them and then you unlock the map, but no, doesn't even fucking do that.
You know, if you were, like, trying to be a girl, you would totally love all the girly things this game does, but you don't even try, and instead, you just look like Marilyn Manson. By the way, that necklace so does not, like, go with the rest of your outfit. Alright, that's it. I have fucking had it with your bullshit. I regret what I said. I don't want to be anything like you. And that's because you are nothing more than a vapid, insecure cunt who projects all her insecurities onto other people and... Okay, we're like technically the same person. I don't really know how that works, but you know what? That doesn't fucking matter. Who cares if my interests are boyish or masculine or whatever? Because you know what? None of that makes me any less of a transsexual. No, none of that makes me any less of a woman, even if I am non-op. Genetic women can do all the same shit that I do. And is their womanhood gonna be questioned? No. So why the fuck am I any different? Now get the fuck out of my video. Oh yeah? Make me, bitch. Oh, I'll fucking make you alright. Tranny. Oh my gosh, I was like so kidding when I said that actually. Oh my god, please don't hit me. Oh my gosh, anything but that, please. Beam! You haven't seen the last of me!
Now, I know you've probably been thinking through this entire video. Some of you have probably thought, oh, this is just a game for little girls. You don't need to be so hard on it. But that's the thing, is that I think the girls this game was meant for deserve better than whatever fucking rancid piece of shit this game is. It's easy to make fun of games for girls for being so low quality and all that, but I don't think there's anything wrong inherently with the idea of games for girls. You can make the girliest game possible and still have it be good, but that's the thing about these games. The problem with these games for girls is that there was no thought put into them at all. They were clearly just made on a shoestring budget meant to meet a holiday deadline, and as a result, nobody fucking remembers these games. But anyways, like I said earlier, there's like a million of these Mary-Kate and Ashley games, and maybe they're all as terrible as this one, or maybe they're a little better. Maybe they're even fucking worse. I don't know, because I haven't played any of them, but I'll tell you what. If this gets 10,000 views, I'll do a review of the PS1 version of this game. From what I've seen, it looks pretty different. Until then, though, this has been the Angry Video Game Tranny. I usually do these outros with my camera on and everything, but I forgot to do that, and I don't want to fucking do my makeup right now, so I'll see you in the next one.
This is the love we